Pyram King. I'm really excited to bring to you another guide to Legends of Barovia. Now, this is a special guide to Madame Ava's fortune readings in version 10 Foundry. We're going to cover 3 of those fortune readings here and some how-to-dos as well. Before we get started, a huge shout out to my supporters, especially my legendary supporters here, making this all possible and helping me bring all of these guides to the entire community for free. All these guides come in a beautiful edited PDF. They're all available on the website. You can click on the link down below and get those. Now, if you would like to help me in this epic project, it's been well over a year now working on this, you can by becoming a donating member. Donating members receive player tokens, theater of the art, voice acting sound files, and then I take all the stuff in the free PDF guides, the free maps, and I put them all into Foundry for you so you don't have to do anything as a special thank you to the donating members. If you're interested in becoming a member, there's a link in the description below. Now, a special shout out to Iron Monk and his module, Monk's Active Tile Triggers, which is going to be implemented here to do the different fortune readings for Madame Ava. Now, we're going to be covering 3 of the fortune readings for Madame Ava: the fortunes of Ravenloft, the Fey Quest fortune, and the Player Cook's fortune. At the end of those fortunes, I'm going to show you how to replace the card and the voice acting sound file in case you want to change up your readings as well. In addition, if you would like to replace these decks of cards, we're using the Ravenloft deck here with the 5th edition Tarokka deck that's found on D&D Beyond. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, this is the first reading here. I want to show you a couple of things before we jump into it. The first thing I want to show you is the walling. Now, I put a glass wall around the table, so you want to place your tokens in the chairs around the table. And the reason I did this is so that your player tokens don't accidentally kind of cover and move in over the cards. This keeps them on the outside of the table as if they're sitting in the chairs. Now, the next thing you're going to notice in this reading, and this is the Fortune of Ravenloft reading, there are 5 cards. And this is the map key up here. We have the first card, second, third, fourth, and 5th card. And below that, we have 5 buttons. These buttons introduce both a text and a voice acting to the introduction of the card before you turn it over. So we're going to go through this entire process so you can see how it's done. And then we'll go through the other readings, and then I'll show you how to replace the cards and the voice acting sound files. First thing you're going to do is you're going to double click on Strahd's tomb.
This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy.
You can notice it plays the voice acting sound file, and it also displays the text of what Madame Ava is saying up here as well. Now, some of these things will be important clues that your players may wish to remember or take notes of. That's why the text is also in the player chat. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to double click on card number 1. It's going to reveal the card of Strahd's tomb. So we're going to go over here. This is the first card according to the key. We're going to double click.
The 3 of Swords, the soldier card. Go to the tower in the snow. There is what you seek.
The second is going to be the holy symbol. That's the top card.
This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope. Yes, as I suspected, the 2 glyphs. The missionary card. A snow-covered graveyard entombs what you seek.
The third card is the Sun Sword card.
This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Yes, the 4 of Stars, the Abjurer card. I see a fallen house guarded by a great stone dragon. Look to the highest peak.
The fourth card is the Fated Ally.
This card sheds a light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. Mysterious. The Raven card. Not all is what it seems. She will reveal herself when the time is right.
And the last card is the final battle with Strahd, where he'll be located in Ravenloft.
Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. As expected, the Mist card. The cards cannot see where this evil lurks. The mists obscure all.
Now you'll notice there's going to be a journal entry for this as well. If you double click on the journal entry, it'll tell you about what those cards represent. This can also be found in the Tesser Pool Guide, as well as the campaign guide as well, which gives you some more details on it. So for instance, the Tune of Strahd, we had the Three of Swords. That's the soldier card. That says go to the tower in the snow. That's Lamilla's tower. That was the upgrade to Legends of Barovia. The tower is Link a pass that Lamilla's taken over. She's stolen a tomb from Strahd. She plots to defeat Strahd and become the Queen of Barovia. So there's some description for you as the DM what's in here, along with the cards in here in case you want to read them yourself. So that is the Fortunes of Ravenloft reading. Again, you want to double click the button over here, let it play out, pause, wait till it's finished, and then slowly reveal each card. Again, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to replace these cards in the voice acting sound file. Now, the next reading here is the Fey Quest reading. This is a little bit different. There are only 3 cards in this. One represents each of the 3 Fey gems. In this particular one, again, you're going to place the characters around the outside of the table. And you're going to click on the Fey Quest intro. I'm going to reset the text up here. And again, this will play the voice acting sound file and then reveal the text so the players can read this as well. Again, the text is important. You may wish to remind the players that some of the stuff in the text might be worth taking note of or writing down, because they are clues, and this is a fortune reading that they're going to have to resolve in order to finish their quest. So we're going to press the Fey Quest intro button first.
Young stout adventurers seeking knowledge of the legendary Fey. You seek the magic gems of the Fey lost forever. Perhaps the cards will reveal a clue about their location if you are the ones meant to find them.
Now, the next thing we're going to do is press the green gem, which is the introduction to the first card. So these are going to go in order: green, red, blue, and that's going to go in order from left to right on the screen.
The green gem of the lovely forest Fey is strong with the spirits of the animals and birds. Let us see what the card reveals. The raven. How interesting. Ghastly, grim, and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Not all creatures are what they seem.
The next card is going to be about the location of the red gem. So we're going to push the red gem button up here to introduce the reading.
The red gem of the fabled mountain Fey is powerful indeed. Let us see what the cards reveal. The Master of Stars, the card of a great wizard. Wise men are not wise at all times. Seek the lone tower to learn the location of the red gem.
The last one is the blue gem, and of all the gems, the first two gems locations are fixed. The blue gem is set by you, the dungeon master, where you want to locate it. It's the hardest one to find. Obviously, it's tied to the Swamp Fey Baba Saga. So we're going to read the introduction to the blue gem is always going to be last.
The blue gem is rumored to be lost forever. Many have searched for, but to no avail. Tied to the Swamp Fey, it is said, and she too seeks it. To destroy evil's heart, you must find its counterpart. The last gem you seek, the road not for meek, lost its way from its fey. The card will tell where the gem fell.
Now we're going to double click on the card to reveal.
The druid card. I did not see it. A village in the mountain, long forgotten. An elder awaits to tell of fates.
Now again, in this one, we have the journal entry here. This gives you some more description. Highly recommend, obviously, reviewing the Fey Quest guide before performing this. It's going to give you some information. Now, the first two, green and red, those are fixed location. The first one is talking about the Raven. Obviously, that's referring to Mariel Venshaw and the Venshaw clan who hid the green gem. It's referenced in the book Fanes of Barovia. The second, the red gem belongs to the Mountain Fae, who is actually Madame Ava, and she entrusted that red gem to Kazan, who has hidden it in the Amber Temple. So she's instructing you to go to the Wizard's Tower to learn where you can locate the red gem, which will be in the Amber Temple. And the last one, which is the blue gem, can be in one of several locations: the Abbey, Argavost Holt, the Gitrog Cave, Marina's Monument, in Ravenloft, or the Village of Bargao. I have it set up to read for the Village of Bargao. It's the 5 of Glyph Druid card there. So those are the 6 locations in which the blue gem can be hidden. And again, we'll show you how to switch those up here in just a second. Now we have one last reading, and the last reading is not a card reading, but rather a palm or fortune reading. So at the end of your card readings, if you're doing both the Fey Quest and the Fortune Ravenloft, or just the Fortune Ravenloft, and you want to include a kind of a palm reading for the player's background, as the players are leaving, we're in a Theater of the Mind map here. Again, we have a glass wall here, so I would place the characters down close around the table. We have a Madame Ava in here as well, and she is going to read their palms and give them clues on how to solve their own personal player quest or player hook, provided that you've given those the player hook. So we have all 5 of the player hooks here, and then the introduction. So as the players are getting up, you're going to click the Fortunes button here. That's going to introduce this, and she's going to say,
I see there is something troubling you. Please hold out your hand, and let me see what I may see.
So she's asking the players to hold out their hand, and you're going to click on the appropriate player hook for her to reveal a clue as she's reading their palm. So you want to describe she's holding their player's palm and she's looking at it, and if it's the lycanthropy player, you're going to click the lycanthropy button.
Yes. Interesting. You must seek out a trapper with a wooden leg in Kresk. He knows of the place you seek.
That's lycanthropy. Obviously, the player with the werewolf curse is going to be looking for the werewolf den to perform the ritual so he can control it. He needs to find Darovich and Kresk. Next one is the merchant quest. If you have a family or a friend or whatever who's been the merchant who's been lost or disappeared and you're searching for him, she's going to look at your palm and she's going to say,
Yes. Seek the Wizard of Wines. They are honest folk, and know whom you seek.
This obviously, that merchant friend or family member has gone to the Wizards of Wine trying to obtain that rare bottle of wine and has disappeared. The Martikoff family in the Wizards of Wine will know who he is or she is and try to help you find them. More will be revealed when you do get to the Wizards of Wine. The next one is the Sunsword Relic. If you have that quest as probably a paladin or cleric searching for the fabled relic.
Ah, yes. Find the dragon's keep. There is what you seek.
Next up is if you're an arcane magic user, you may have the Temple quest, finding about the leaking of dark powers from the ancient temple. Your order that you're a member of was involved with building and constructing and guarding this Amber Temple centuries and centuries ago, and something's happened, and you've been sent to find this ancient temple, and she's going to tell you about that.
Ah, you seek a temple in the snow-covered mountains beyond the Salinka Pass. Careful, all is not what it seems.
Last but not least, and probably one of my favorite background hooks, is the Vistani blood. The player has received a letter from their grandmother telling the player that they're part Vistani, leaving the book The Fanes of Barovia with them, asking their grandson or granddaughter, your player character, to come to Barovia and to help restore Barovia. And they're part Vistani. And when Madame Ava reads their palm, they're welcome into the camp. I would even, after this, have Madame Ava take that character aside and perhaps teach them how to detect curses, or if they're at a higher enough level, level 4, to teach them one of the Vistani curse and welcoming them in the community. If they haven't already met Petra, I would probably send them to meet Petra, perform that blood rite as well, really making them a member of the Vistani clan. So this is what she will say if she reads their palm and they are of the Vistani blood.
Oh, my dear child, lost you have been, now you are found. Know you are among family.
So those are the 3 different fortunes that she performs, depending on how you're running your campaign. You might be using all 3 of these or just one of these or a combination. Now let's talk about replacing the cards. We're going to go back to the fortune cards here, and I have recorded voice sound files for all the Legends of Barovia recommendations. So you can record your own, obviously, if you want to. So let's talk about this. Now, the only ones that have multiple selections of the Tomb of Strahd, we have Lamilla's Tower, Van Richten's Tower, because Rictavio Van Richten has stolen the tomb and he's hidden it in the Wizard's Tower. We have the tomb still in the study at Ravenloft. And last but not least, Vasily, who is Strahd in disguise, has his tomb hidden in his manor. Now, you want to replace this card with one of those, so let's show you how you're going to do it. The first thing you're going to do is, this is card number 1. Okay, so we have all of these here. Each one of these has both text and voice acting sound files. You're going to click over here on the tile control and make sure you have tile selected. We're going to select this tile right here and double click it. This is going to bring up the control menu for Monk's active tile triggers. And we're going to go into the triggers over here, and you're going to click on actions. The first thing we want to do is change the play sound file, and we're going to click on that, and we want to find the sound file for, let's say we're going to change it to Vasily's Manor, which is the 7 of Stars. So we're going to look for Ava, Madame Ava, and we're going to look for Strahd's tomb. So you see it says Ava Tomb. You have Ava Tomb Ravenloft, Ava Tomb Vasily's Manor. Click on Ava Tomb's Vasily's Manor. Hit save. Click update. Next thing we need to do is change the chat message. So we're going to click on the chat message here. We have the chat message already over here for Vasily's Manor. It's the blocked quote over here. You're going to just highlight the blocked quote. Control C. Go in here and Control V, paste it in here, hit update. Okay, and the next thing we want to do is click on images, and the second image is the card image. And so we want to change that card image to the 7 of stars. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to go down and find the 7 of stars. There is the 7 of stars. Hit select, hit update, and that tile is changed. So let's just flip it over and see how it works. Really here we're going to just redo this one. So let me just, we click back on our token control.
Now this is strange.
Whoop.
The 7.
Oh.
Now this is, now this, now.
Oh. Double clicking on
Now
too much.
this is strange. The 7 of stars. The illusionist card.
Sorry about that.
A man of affluence has found a strange interest in this knowledge. Find his home. Therein lies what you seek.
So again, I'll click it again so you can see
Now
it.
this is strange. The 7 of stars. The illusionist card. A man of affluence has found a strange interest in this knowledge. Find his home. Therein lies what you seek.
We're going to do one more just to show you how to do this. I'll do it over in the Fey card reading. And what you're going to want to do is you want to change that last blue card
The
here.
druid card.
And
I did not see it.
she's talking now, so let's go ahead.
A village
show
in
you
the
how to do that.
mountain, long forgotten. An elder awaits to tell of fates.
Okay, we're going to click on the card. Make sure you click the tile controls, click on the card. And the first thing we're going to do is click on triggers, actions. We want to change the voice acting sound file first. And we're going to select the one for the blue gem. And we're going to do the Gitrog cave. So let's say the Gitrog had swallowed the blue gem and it's in the cave. So we're going to change that to the Gitrog cave. We're going to go down here and find the blue gem for the Gitrog cave. And there we go. We're going to change the text. So we have the chat message text, and we're going to find the Gitrog text right here. We're going to copy that. Control C, Control V, paste it in here, hit update. And then we have to change the image. And the image of the Gitrog is the Beast card. So we're going to go to the second one. The first image, by the way, is the back of the Tarokka deck. The second image is the reveal card. So we're going to find the Beast card. And that's down here. There it is, the Beast. And hit select. And hit update. We're done. And let's go ahead and do this one now. Let's check it out. We're going to double click this and reveal that it was the Gitrog that swallowed it. And she's going to reveal the Beast card.
Oh my. The beast card. A frog the size of a beast. None know not what it eats.
So that's how you can change the card and the voice acting file and the text file. It's pretty simple to do that. And again, in here, in the blue gem, we have different selections with the cards and the text files, all the voice acting files. And then for the Fortunes of Ravenloft, the Tomb of Strahd has 4 different selections for the tomb where it's hidden. We also have Strahd's enemy. We have Esmeralda, Sir Godfrey, Muriel Venshaw, and Lamilla. I really think Lamilla would be really a cool one. And Strahd's location, we have the Mist, or we have the Broken One, which is the chapel in there. So those are the alternatives we have if you want to change those in here, and they're listed in the journal files. Now, the last thing I want to show you is these are the Ravenloft cards from the 3rd edition. They are a classic cards. I actually like these cards a lot. They've been out of print for almost a decade. If you can find these cards, they're worth a lot. I've seen them as worth as much as $200. Highly collected item, but it's just really nice to have these old image cards. But if you want to use the 5e deck, Tarokka deck, I'm going to show you how to change those right now. So what you want to do is you want to go to, let me find it here, D&D Beyond. I'm going to bring that up in a second here, D&D Beyond. And there we go. We got D&D Beyond. I'm going to open that up here. And we want to go into sources. Now, of course, you're going to have to own Curse of Strahd on D&D Beyond to do this. you're going to go down to the Tarokka Deck. And there's the cards here. Now, when you click on one of these cards, you're going to open up this card. When you click on it, it's going to pop up, but you're going to need to right-click and open image in a new tab. There you go. And you're going to save this image. And I'm going to just do this right now. I'm going to actually save this image. And we want to save this image into our modules, the tester pool, assets, items, and we're going to just call it, just leave it Tarokka Deck artifact card and hit save there. There we go. So we have that artifact card saved now in the correct folder in there. Again, this is going to be your modules folder in your Foundry. You're going to have to find the items, the tester pool folder, items directory, and place it in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Foundry, and I'm just going to change the miss card to the artifact card. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this card, and we are going to go to the triggers, and we're going to go to image, and I'm going to change the image here. That's the second image. That's the reveal image to the D&D artifact card. Let's find it here. Where is it? I know I say there it is. The artifact PNG. Hit select, hit update, and there it is. Now you've taken the card from D&D Beyond, you've saved the PNG, and there it is. So let's go ahead and try to reveal that card. So there you go. It's very, very simple. Just go there, open up the file. Let me just again show you where that directory is so you're aware of that directory. The directory here is modules cos-testerpool-pk/assets/items. That's where you're going to want to save the image of that card. So if you want to do that. Now, I did not include those in the free module. Obviously, you have to own D&D Beyond Curse of Strahd in order to access those. But it's pretty simple. You can do it yourself. Just grab a cup of coffee and download those. So that's it. All of this is all available in the Tester Pools Foundry V10 Adventure with Monk's active tile triggers. Again, if you want the free PDF guide that includes all of this, that's available, including the digital images for these cards. Thanks again, and until next time, may all your rolls be critically successful.